you ready for the first math activity?
No.
We'll see if you change your mind.
I won't.
I think you will. Eventually, maybe not just after one, but... Okay, so today our math activity includes little triangles. So this activity is like a little bit of a, I don't know, problem solving thing. So each of these triangles represents a triangular table.
Okay.
So if, nope.
I made a shape.
If we have these triangles set out in a room like that, right? 3 people can sit at the table. There's room for 1 person on each side.
Mm-hmm.
But someone decided instead of having them spread out like this, they want the table to be just like one long table.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna start putting them together, lining up one side after another so more people can sit at it. So if you look, how many people can sit at this table now?
4.
4, right? 4
Mhm.
sides. And then this one is
5.
5. So the goal is to figure out an equation, or, I mean, it doesn't have to be written as an equation, but like a plan to figure out based on only knowing how many tables there are lined up in a row, how many people can sit at that table.
Okay.
Do you understand the problem?
I think so.
Okay, we each get a piece of paper. I've done this before, so it might be unfair because I already know like the answer. But this shouldn't be that hard, and it's mainly just about noticing patterns. Like, you don't have to make it too mathy or anything. It's just, I want you to notice how many people can sit at it, and it's about
7.
well, yeah, but we want to, if it's 5, but we want to figure out how many people if you have like 10 of them lined up, or 15.
Mm.
We want to have a sure way to figure out, just knowing the number of tables, how many people can sit at it. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay, and if you want, you can use mine too, because I don't think I need to use mine.
Oh, these fancy pants.
I said I've done it before.
I know.
Anyway, so what the typical thing for these activities, we're just gonna have 5 minutes to figure it out. You don't necessarily have to have it completely figured out during the 5 minutes, but I want you to be working the whole time, right? Trying to at least do something.
Sure.
So you don't have to have a surefire answer at the end, but I want something that we can discuss at the end so that we can figure out how we can finish it if you haven't finished yet.
Well, how many tables am I trying to have? 10? What's the thing?
So it's basically going to be an equation. So like if you have X tables, how many how many people can sit there, but you don't necessarily have to write it as an equation if that makes it fuzzy for you, but you can if that makes it easier for you.
Okay, so I'm not trying to find an answer to anything, I'm just coming up with an equation.
Yes, because that's the answer to if you were given
This
any
is why
number
math
of
is
tables.
stupid.
It's the answer is to if you had any number of tables, you can use this to figure out almost immediately how many people it can seat. Does that make sense?
Sure.
That's why we use an equation.
Okay.
Okay, so where's your phone? We need that to do the timer. Ready, timer? 5 minutes? Go. Oh, here's your pencil. Okay. Be serious? Please? Are you just You're not allowed to do that.
Why?
This is you're supposed to be thinking on your own. The reason a lot of people don't get math is because they're not thinking on their own.
Because math is stupid.
So they either just copy the teacher and the teacher lets that happen because they teach math in a very old-fashioned way, or they copy the other students in order to make it so they don't have to do as much work. See, that's not allowed. That's not allowed here.
But it was allowed in Texas.
Texas sucks! Just kidding. If you're from Texas, I'm joking.
They actually have a very good education program.
Do you need help?
Yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing.
Start by making a table outlining how many seats one table has, how many seats 2 tables have, and so forth.
Okay.
Because that's the first thing if you're looking for patterns. You want to write the information out in like an organized way so that you'll recognize those patterns.
Mm-hmm.
You can also always play around with the triangle pieces if you
Mm-hmm.
want. So. Are you done?
I don't know. I think I have something, but sure.
You have something?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take the last 15 seconds or call it good?
Good.
We're good? Okay. Do you want to share first or do you want me to share first?
You can go for it.
I can go for it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my first thing was I drew a pictures, because those always help. So when you've got 1 table, you've got 3 seats.
Mm-hmm.
2, you've got 4. We already did this.
Mm-hmm. It goes up by 2 every time.
So it goes up by 2 or
So
up by
you have 3. 1, 2, 3. You add 2. That means you have 5 seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a pattern with that one.
So what's
and
the
every
pattern
time
again?
you add a table,
Every time you add a table,
you add 1 seat.
you add 1 seat.
Because of the geometry of the tables.
Yeah, why is that? Why do you think?
Because of the way the spaces are set up. Triangle only has 3 sides. You connect a triangle with another triangle, you lose a side. Thus, getting rid of ones, you have 1, 2, so say you have 2 tables, you'll have 4. And then you add another one, you're losing another side.
But you're adding.
But you're adding another spot.
But you're adding 2 spots,
But you're
right?
at-
So you
yes.
have 1 more.
So you'll have 1 more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
you're
actually.
losing and adding at the same
That's
time.
actually the same way I like looking at it because you're losing this side, but you're adding 2, so that means you add 1 each time
Mhm.
overall. Plus 2 minus 1 is 1. Another way some people look at it is if you look, there's always 2 end seats, right?
Mhm.
1, 2, or 1, 2, and then all of the other triangles have 1 side other than the end triangles. So that's another way to look at the same thing. So what's the equation you came up with?
I didn't come up with a
You
question.
didn't come up with an equation?
No, I just found the pattern.
You found the pattern. So if I asked you how many seats would 10 tables have, how much would it be?
11.
Would it be 11 or
Should be 11.
that's 10, right?
So you have 12, I guess.
Yeah, 12. So, because I think what we're mixing up is each time you add 1 seat, right? So it gets 1 more every time, but what does it start at?
Oh yeah, so every table goes up by 2. So technically if you have 10, you'd have 12. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the equation. Is you have the number of tables plus, what did you just
Oh,
say?
you're asking me plus
Yeah.
number of seats,
No, the number of seats is equal to the number of tables plus.
number of sides.
Am I bad at asking questions? So the number of seats, 5, is
Mhm.
equal to the number of tables, 1, 2, 3 plus
2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have 10, then
You add 2.
you add 2. So that's your equation, right?
Mm-hmm. Number of tables plus 2.
Number of tables plus 2.
So x plus 2.
X plus 2, n plus 2, whatever letter you want to use.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Did you like this activity?
No, because math is stupid.
Ah! Dang it! Did it make sense though?
Yes. Math is stupid. I stand by my statement.
But you figured it out!
Yes.
That means you're smart! You did it! Why don't you see you're smart?
Because math is stupid.
Mark my words. One day, I'm gonna have a more fun activity next week. This one was kind of like a backup. We tried something else and it didn't work. So this one was kind of lamer than what I planned. We're gonna do something more fun next week. This activity worked, but obviously I'm not gonna convince my husband to like math in just one day.
Or ever.
Shut up. But anyway, tune in next week for our next activity. It'll be a more fun one. And thank you for watching. If you did like this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to keep updated on the future videos, which you can subscribe by clicking there. And don't forget to click the notification bell so that you will be notified when this next video comes out. Last week's video is up top. That's where we just did a math attitude survey to kind of start off this project. And underneath that is a playlist of all of these math videos. Thank you for watching and we'll see you next time. Bye!